start our workshop. How about that? We've started officially.
Feels
So,
good.
how is everyone? I'll speak at once, quick.
I'm a little tired and worn out, but what happens?
It is.
Well, I'm in the car at the moment, so I'm driving.
Right,
I'm not
okay.
driving. I've just finished my stint.
Well, yes. Well, you're forgiven then if you're in the car. All right. Now let me find what. I don't know where I put them, but I did take a few screenshots of some of the stuff that came up at the
Oh, yeah.
seller thingy-jiggy, you know.
Yep.
Where did I put them though? That's the thing. Ooh. Alright, talk amongst yourselves for a minute while I just see if I can find where I put them. I can't remember whether I put them on a special place or... Oh, maybe they're still on the... Maybe they are still on the laptop. Hello again, Rob. Look, whether this stays turned on, probably going to have to plug it in though. I've just been having issues with the laptop, so yeah, so look, I went to the 2 reseller workshops that were put on by Eventbrite for eBay, and they were alright. Like,
how many did go who were here?
Yeah, I went.
Everybody go? Yeah?
well, maybe
it'd be good to have a recap, because I kind of, you know how you sort of zone out? It'd be good, because it had some good stuff.
When was it on? What day was it?
it was last
Thursday,
yeah.
Yeah, Thursday, because I used it as an excuse not to go to my face-to-face, and then I was quite impressed.
Yeah.
I was quite impressed because it was good.
Yeah, I mean, they were both good. I mean, I picked some stuff up, some hints and tips from both, but I wouldn't say everything was, you know, stuff that I knew. I mean, I still knew a lot of stuff, but I did, right. So one of the questions that got asked, and don't ask me which workshop this was in because I can't remember, was... The listing quality report states the number of keywords in each listing. Most of my listings only have 2 keywords, but I can't work out why some have only 1 or 2 and some listings have more. Is this even important? Does this number of keywords affect search in Google or eBay? And the response that was given to that was... My advice is to include all keywords relevant to the item. The example I have on fashion, so this was obviously during the fashion workshop then, is to include details like gender, brand, size, material, colour and size. So that's what they're saying are the important things: gender, brand, style, material, colour and size. In addition, if you look at the required item specifics for an item, these are generally the key terms you'll need in your title. So I wouldn't get caught up with the number of terms and instead focus on what matters for the item. But yes, they're definitely saying, because, I mean, gender was one of those things that I had a lot of people early on saying, oh no, you don't need to put that in because you're listing it in women's tops. You're listing it in the women's section, so you don't need to put women in there. Or you're listing it in men's jeans, so you don't need to put men's in there. But you do.
That's not how people search, though. Because the search doesn't... I imagine if you did a search, you're not going...
I put in women's first before I do anything, or I put in men's first before I do anything. If I'm looking for something online, looking for a top or bottoms or whatever, I always put my gender in first, because that's what I'm after. I don't want to be shown men's shoes or... Yeah, sorry. That's the dog, sorry.
And that was one of my reasons why I always thought you should put it in, because if I'm looking for a top, I would put in women, and I don't know what sort of top, I'm just looking for some new tops. I will put in women's tops, size blah de blah. So in effect, that is how you want to, they're the terms that you want to make sure that you've got in your title.
Yeah, because the search won't get you, if you just put top women, that's not going into all the women's tops that are in there, it's going into all the things that are named women's top.
Yeah.
Just
Like
listen to it, to the
In the
experts,
title, it's
John.
not. Yeah, I'm an expert now at women's top.
Yeah, but I guess the point being, because, well, I mean, Octo's example that he does keep on using is that his Nike shoes that he couldn't sell, and then he didn't have shoes written in the title.
Yep.
So you've got to put those very basic terms in, and that's,
Like
I mean,
book. You always put book in.
yeah, and that's one of those things, people, it's too easy to forget one of those very basic terms. Although, I mean, books, yes and no. I mean, I can see some reasons why you would put it in, but then if I was searching for a specific title and author, I wouldn't write book. But then if I don't know what I want, I would type in crime book. So you do need it, but you don't need it. Whereas if you don't put shirt, or you don't put jeans, or you don't put skirt.
But if you don't put book, it brings up DVDs and shit. So do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, but if I'm searching, as I said, if I'm searching for a specific title and author though, and I type in The Black Stump by John Roberts, I don't need to put in book, because that'll bring up specifically. Anyway, just look. I mean, it's better to put book in, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying it's not, putting in book is not as important, depending what else you're searching for, as it is to put in shirt, pants, jeans, shoes. I knew the answer to this one, but it was good to hear it from eBay. I know someone this information could be given to, but they wouldn't listen anyway. If we have a pair of jeans that are size 28 but measure a 34, what should we do with the title size in the listing? So they said include the brand size in the title, and then in the measurement, that's where you put the actual measurement. Does everybody get what I mean there?
Yeah.
So if it says it's a size 28, put 28, because that's what the tag says.
But
then
would you put something like stretch 28 or something like that? Because then
Well,
they would bother to look for measurements. Otherwise, they don't look.
Well, you would put that in your description, but you don't want to put them off by having something like that in your title.
Okay.
I would put in their condition, check the measurement.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't put stretched or anything like that, because then that sort of gives a poor impression of the item.
Well, look, put it this way. How often would you find a size 28 that actually measures a 34? I wouldn't be listing them probably if I had that big a difference. But normally, I mean, there can often be a size difference, especially with vintage jeans. So
Yeah, I find 2-inch difference is quite normal in men's jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially because if they're 100% cotton too, if they're stretched, they're stretched. Like, it's not like they've got elastane in them that's going to go back. I did ask, I noticed there has been nothing mentioned about eBay auctions today. Are auction listings still a relevant way to sell on eBay? And they didn't answer.
Well, maybe that says everything.
Well, I just thought it was an interesting non-answer.
Yeah.
Is gender important in the title if you sell toys? What's everyone think?
No, I don't think so. Because toys don't have a gender specific. Like,
I think a lot of people, if they're buying a gift for a child, they might search toy 5-year-old or something like that, if they're not after a specific item.
Could. Well, they said, for toys, I'd suggest adding something into your description rather than your title. The brand, the range, the style, size, and item code are more important for toys.
people are going to search for the colour as well. So then that sort of clears that up, because they still have that pink and blue thing.
Well, yeah, for babies probably, yeah. I'm just going to I'll go through the questions first and then... so they started talking about how good newsletters were. So I asked, is there any recommendation from eBay as to the best frequency to send out newsletters? So how often does everyone send out their newsletters? Does anyone here...
Well, I'd like to practice sending a newsletter, but I haven't sent one yet.
Rob, sorry, once a month?
Once a month for the main store. For the other stores, it's depending. It's just trying to get as much traction there as possible. That's all. I think the hardest thing is creating the catching titles to get people to open the newsletter. That's your main sort of thing to do, because if it's going to be sent out to someone, you want them to open it and you want them to follow through.
And it doesn't contravene the spamming act.
No, because
eBay's doing it, not you. You ask eBay to do it on your behalf, and eBay will basically do it for you.
And they don't necessarily send out every
not to everyone. No.
If one of your followers has already had 6 newsletters, they're not going to send one from you.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what the cut-off is, but I'm just saying, if they've already received a few newsletters, then they would have a certain amount, and then they won't send them all. But their response was, "Hi, Leanne, and this really depends which newsletter template you're using. We recommend to send a welcome newsletter for all new followers, buyers and subscribers, and to use the sale event template when you have a legitimate sale with marked down items. I wouldn't recommend," so that was wouldn't, not would, so wouldn't recommend a seller to send more than one newsletter every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So that would be the maximum.
Yeah. For all my stores, I've got one generic newsletter that goes out when someone follows. It's basically, once someone follows, eBay will send them it's basically, for me, is a thank you message. Thanks for following us. It just basically explains about what the store is, what it does, what their mission is. It's not to sell anything to people. It's just basically to say, hey, welcome to the store, kind of thing, and thanks for following. So there's a few different type of newsletters that you can create.
Yeah, there's 6. I think there's 6 different types now, isn't there?
Yeah. So you can do it on the general welcome one, which I'd recommend you setting up, because it's piss easy, it's set and forget, and it just does it automatically for you. And then if you have a sale event, or if you have coupons available, then you can set up another newsletter for that. You can only send one newsletter per sale event or coupon. You can't just have one coupon and then just keep spamming for that one coupon. So once you send a newsletter out for a coupon, that's it. You can't send another newsletter out. So you can either create a new coupon, or you can't send any more messages now.
Yeah.
You can send out newsletters for your new items that have just come into the store. So if you have anything that's of a higher value, higher ticket price, that's when I sort of generally send those out, and I feature those items because they are specialized items that not everyone's going to buy. So you kind of plant the seed for people. It's might not sell directly to the newsletter, but it's just basically showing people that you are constantly updating your store, and you are constantly updating it with quality items as well.
Yeah, and I've sent that.
Even if they just go and look, it shows that there's traffic to the new item, and that produces more traffic as well.
I've had a good response to people opening them for 2 things. One, well, actually, it's the same thing. If I if I get an influx of nice old vintage books, and I say, I've got a heap of new vintage books, in this collection, sort of thing, and you can feature them. Or I also did it when I think I had about 150 variation listings at that stage, so I actually featured those and explained how they worked.
Question, I'm just having a look at it now, because I've never sent one. What's a subscriber?
So a person who follows your store.
Okay, because I've got followers and subscribers. And I've got 100 and something followers and 3 subscribers.
Ooh.
Didn't they change that?
I've never seen that subscriber number before.
I think I've got that, because I know I've got 1,200 followers, but I haven't seen the subscriber thing.
Yeah, I think that you used to be able to subscribe to a store, but I think they changed
was the old
it.
system.
Yeah.
Oh, that's strange.
But I assume they've still got it in there because some people are still subscribed to your store. If you've still got people subscribed to your store, then I guess it's still relevant in a sense, because they're not going to be following the store, are they, if they're subscribed? I mean, they are, but they aren't, if you get me.
Yeah, they're probably out of date.
Yes.
Yeah. Just like with, when you look at, so there's another problem that eBay has as well at the moment too, which is when you create a store, your old profile still is there, but it's not, if you know what I mean. So when you follow a store, you have a follower list. The problem with a follower list is, for example, with Leanne's store, I get the, let's grab it up.
Groggy Bear.
I get that Groggy Bear.
Yep.
With Leanne's picture in it.
Yeah.
I don't get Grumpy Granny Store of Wonders with Leanne's picture, with her current picture. I have the old picture still.
Ah, interesting.
Didn't you know that?
No, I didn't know it still had the old picture.
Yes, it's still
just see if I
there.
can change that.
You cannot change it.
I cannot change it.
Unless you remove your store subscription, go in and change everything.
Right.
Which is a fucking hassle, because then you can't do anything, basically. All your promotions, everything just basically grinds to a halt.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it? If you knew then what you know now.
Yeah. This is what I see in my save list.
I'll have a look at it after I put the laptop down, because I'm balancing it at the moment. I can't let go. Another question about titles of listings. I've heard that only the first 50 or so characters of titles are used by search. Is that true? What's everybody think? We'll play quiz night with the questions.
I think that every single thing in there counts.
Yeah, but
every character
ones
should
that
count.
don't count more.
It's the first 3 words, I think she was saying, wasn't it?
It says, "Hi Lynn, that isn't true. Listing best practice is to use at least 65 characters in your title, and we have found that titles with 65 characters or more are 1.5 times more likely to sell versus titles with less than."
Yeah, so that's why with all my listings, it's basically maxed out as much as possible.
Yeah, me too.
For listing titles. You want to get as much on there as possible. Even if it's just a simple DVD, Martin's basically job is to pack it full as much crap on there as possible, which is relevant to the movie. So, for example, if it's, the Speed movie, it's not just Speed in brackets DVD, comma, and the year it came out. It's Speed, then it'll be DVD, the year in brackets, and then it will be action, thriller, film, movie. Plus, we'll also have maybe an actor's name in there. So maybe I think it has Sandra Bullock in the title.
Yeah.
So it's basically just getting as much on there as possible, because that's your advertising.
But yeah, at a minimum, you want to have 65.
Yeah.
Because, you want
it's
to have
free real estate that you're getting.
Yeah, more than 65, they said. So, yeah, you want to have over 65. Another question that was asked, which I thought was a very good question, even though it wasn't my question, but I still thought it was a very good question, was black and white is not a colour option under item specifics, and should be, and probably should be. Multicoloured is probably too wide a category, in my opinion. I mean, I wouldn't choose multicoloured if I had a black and white thing, but that being said, obviously some people do. They said, "Thank you for your feedback. I see most people use multicoloured for items with more than one colour and then call out the colour in the title. Here's an example of what I just found now. Basque size 14 monochrome black and white striped dress. I hope this helps, but if you want to see more, please search for black and white dresses and you'll see how other sellers are navigating this." And they did say that they would take that feedback back to eBay. The actual slides and everything should be, I haven't checked if they are, should be up on eBay for business, but I haven't checked if they are or not. Now, that was something I needed there. Hang on, I'm just working out which ones are relevant. Right, so there's a thing called, when they're talking about optimising your keywords and things like that, one of the things they did suggest is a thing called FeedGen. So it's FEEDGEN, and it's a generative AI. I haven't had time to have a look at how it works, but you can sort of put in what you've got. So, for example, if you've got a picture of a shoe and the product is a cloud flow running shoe, and then you've got what you've got in your title. Say, for example, in this case, they've got cloud flow running shoe. It's picked up, this FeedGen has picked up that it was missing the colour, which is very important. It should have cloud flow shoe black size 42. But they said an optimised feed, which this thing would pick up, is on men's Cloudflow running shoe, black size 42, lightweight. Optimising feeds is a goal for every advertiser working with Google Merchant Centre. However, it is cumbersome to sift through product disapprovals in Merchant Centre or to manually fix quality issues. Use generative text on Google Cloud to optimise product titles, generate descriptions and fill any other gaps in existing shopping feeds. Better search query matching boosts CTR and conversion rates. Filling in gaps improves overall feed quality and reduces rejection rates. So it's to do with the Google Cloud project. So,
sorry, could you repeat that? My apologies.
Which part? The whole lot?
Just that last section.
Better search from there. Better search query matching boosts CTR and conversion rates. Filling in gaps improves overall feed quality and reduces rejection rates, obviously from Google. G'day, Jen.
Hi there.
And so it says who or what is needed. What is the Google Cloud project? Who is someone to run the tool? So it is a tool in there. As I said, I hadn't had a look at it because I've had other things to be worrying with myself with a minute. But it did produce a comprehensive description for this. So the previous description for this pair of shoes was comfortable running shoes, lightweight, Swiss engineered. They're those on cloud ones. They came up with, hang on, I need to zoom this. The writing's a bit small for me. The lightweight, fully cushioned training and racing shoe with Helion trademark, 18 adaptive cloud elements and Helion trademark, Superfoam combined with the re-engineered speedboard registered trademark to turn impact into acceleration. The curved heel unit means better hold, durability and comfort, blood, and on it goes. So, yeah. So, yeah, you might want to check that out. So, feed Gen.
How do you find it?
I was just going to Google it.
And it's feed with a G-E-N, yeah?
Feed, yeah. F-E-E-D-G-E-N.
feedgen.io.
There you go. Thanks, John.
.io. Thank you.
They did recommend using Google Trends for shopper preferences because you can go in there and it'll give you graphs. There is a graph that they presented in the thing to figure out how targeted audience is searching for products. For example, the example they had was a surfboard. So are people going to be searching for a beginner surfboard or are they going to be searching for a noosa board? And hang on, see what
it does cost money, by the way.
Oh, does it? Of course it does.
Oh, yeah. €299 for up to 1,000 products per month.
Oh, good on eBay. I bet they must have shares in it.
Right.
I'd say. I'm sure there's something similar that we can probably find that's free, but yeah. Yeah, so, look, this probably is too. I think you can get into Google Trends for free, can't you? I think. Sure, I've been in there before. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, it just gives you an idea of... So, apparently, in Victoria, New South Wales and Western Australia, people search for beginner surfboard. However, in Queensland, they search for a noosa board. Probably because there's more surfers up there and they know what they're doing, I'm thinking. But given that the bulk of more states are searching for a beginner surfboard than are searching for a noosa surfboard, you'd have to think twice, wouldn't you?
And there's no surfing in Glenelg.
Yeah, everyone goes surfing here so much. I think that was about... what's this one? Oh no, that's something else. Hang on, I've got to go backwards, I think. Yeah, they were the main ones that I thought were worth... By the time I realised that I should have been taking notes, and I kind of wrote a few things down and then realised, oh God, that's a bit hard. Because you're trying to listen and you're trying to write down the last thing you heard, you know. So then I just started taking some little screenshots when the questions came up. Yeah. So let me just put this down so I can have my hands back again. Righty-hoo. Does anybody have... Right, how will we start this week off? Does anybody have...
Incontinent.
You're funny.
Okay, you're going to be ashamed.
Funny.
Put your hands up.
You're funny. Has anybody had any interesting interactions with buyers or potential buyers this week?
Other than the old, what's the size of these books?
I did say interesting, John. Well, I learnt something.
Apart from people just deciding to buy something, no, it's been good.
Apart from them, what, sorry?
Yeah, and I've had a few people message me to say they're buying for Christmas.
Okay.
Have you?
Already. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me because I know my daughter and her partner are. They annoy me because they start telling me, oh, you need to decide what you want or what you want to get the kids because, and I'm like, I'm not ready to be doing that yet, but,
Well, I wouldn't mind someone telling me how much that book was worth that I sold today.
Sandra, what is the point? Then you'll just be kicking yourself if it was worth another $50, wouldn't you?
No, I made a decision to sell it because I got offered money.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to do it. No, yeah.
Well, be happy with what you got.
I am.
And don't pine for what you didn't. That's what my mother would...
I'm just curious.
That's what my mother would have... My mother would say that to me. That's what she would have said. So, who knows what the mountain devil lizard is or the Moloch lizard is?
They're Australian natives, are they?
Are they?
Are they?
Where from?
The Western Desert?
Nope. Oh, me and Bobby McGee. Good old Bobby.
Yeah, I know. She always rings during book club. I'm not going to answer it this time.
So, yes, I learnt something new because I hadn't actually heard of this lizard before. But, yeah, the mountain devil or Moloch lizard, so it's M-O-L-O-C-H lizard, is from Central Australia and is apparently quite rare. And if you do have books, like I've talked about the thorny devil lizard and what's the other animal I talk about?
Thylacine.
Yes, well done.
I know, gold star.
Yeah, gold star for John, the thylacine. That's another one to keep an eye out for because, if people are looking for them. So this was a set of wildlife encyclopedia from 1969 hardcover bundle. I had them in three lots of 3 bundles for the whole set because they were going to be too heavy. Just do all in one hit, and they haven't answered me, even though I opened it up and looked it up, but I learnt something new. And I think it's perfectly fine because they were on the bottom shelf and I was going to get them at one stage and put them in a variation listing, and now that I actually unwrapped one lot of the 3 bundles, now I will. But yeah, who wanted to know was that lizard in those books?
Oh wow, isn't that good? When you get a query like that, it's always good.
Yeah, better than getting a $5 offer for something.
Yep.
Oh, and you know that shirt that I showed a picture of? I showed a picture of a shirt that was a long sleeve button up cotton shirt that was listed as a t-shirt in the t-shirt section in the category under t-shirts. They sent me an offer.
Good. Did you accept?
No, I declined actually, and I said, "Oh, sorry, I was looking for a t-shirt, but this isn't one."
Good.
Because, I wouldn't have messaged them and said, even though I wanted to, I wouldn't have messaged them and said, you moron, that's not a t-shirt. But it gave me the opportunity to just say it without, just saying it.
I finally got a reply to my email about the condition that the book arrived in from the person that sold it to me.
Oh yes, yeah.
And their response was, we'll try and take that information on board, but we've had no problems ever in the past, and no one's ever complained. And I said, well, I am a bookseller, and I personally would not send anybody a hardcover book shoved into a bubble mailer without putting some extra protection. As I said, watch the GG protection. I said, I bought this as a wedding present. It won't be going to the people, really? I won't say it's because everything about the book on the inside was crap and I couldn't possibly give it to them. Well, it was about Mauritius, as told to me by my grandfather, and there were pictures of dark people on the cover, and I said, oh yeah, and there were all these these dark people on the pictures that they showed. I thought, oh yeah, that sounds lovely. And it's written by a Frenchman.
Oh.
Talking about, you know, how it's okay, the slaves came here and they've all found their own niches, and the Indians came here and then they've got the dark people serving cafe jobs, and I'm thinking, yeah, that's really going to go down well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
I'll just put that one down as a mistake.
Yeah, Rob, I actually think that it would be worthwhile cancelling my store subscription to get rid of that photo. But anyway, just saying.
Why?
It's quite the handsome gentleman you've got there in your store.
Oh dear, that's not very nice.
I'm so glad I haven't any pictures up here. I have to do it, and I don't know. I'm just, you know,
Sandra?
I'm not ready. Yeah.
Sandra, do you know what one of my current best performing videos is?
The one
I took notice of.
with all the noises.
Well, no.
The handsome men.
No, well, yes. I mean, there is that too, but on my main channel, like on Grumpy Granny's channel.
Oh, the one where you set up your store.
The one that tells you. Hang on, I'm just going in to give you
Tells
the
you how to make banners and things.
Yes. It is.
Which one?
My second. It is my second best performing video in the last 28 days. It is make your own eBay store billboards, logos, and banners.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it once or twice, and I know I've got to do it, and I'm going to do it as part of my marketing strategies in my thing.
Yes.
I just, you know, I thought I should wait, but I don't have to apparently, so I'm just going to get on with it once I get through all the paperwork.
Bite the bullet and just do it. Now, anyone that does YouTube, I did a little.
I've got so many things I have to do.
I did a little experiment, a clickbait experiment.
The one where you used StreamYard.
Well, apart from that,
That was hilarious.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
I know. Next time I'll make sure I do a private so nobody will see it.
What was wrong with that one?
Well, nothing. Lots of people have watched it, apparently, so, you know. I don't know why. Yeah, it's had 65 views.
Oh, there you go.
They were the people trying to work out what the fuck was going on, I reckon. Sorry about my language, folk.
So, when they pull this video down off YouTube because for the bad language, I'll blame you, Sandra.
Sorry.
No.
We're on YouTube. I didn't mean to.
Well, we're not on YouTube right now, but I'm recording it. So, I did a clickbait title, of course, on the 26th of September when I released a video entitled, I'm Sad to Say Goodbye, with me crying. And I was saying goodbye to a book, not saying goodbye to everybody. And that worked quite well. I had finished up, to date, I've had 328 views on that one, and 96.4%. Someone has put a thumbs down on that one, so I haven't got a 100% like rate, but anyway.
And that would have been for the clickbait, not
yeah, exactly. Exactly. But sample number 2 was thrifting is over. And then, so my thumbnail said thrifting is over, my title was thrifting is dead, because I couldn't decide which word to use. Well, use both. To date, I now have 791 views, and I only released it 2 and a bit days ago. So, just saying.
Well done.
If you're doing marketing, drama works.
Yeah, well, they always say that. Rob knows about the thumbnails, doesn't he?
He does. It's all about the clickbait, they say.
Yeah, I had some interesting. Oh, it's alright. I'm just
What? Well, so what have you had interesting in your course this week?
Well, apparently I'm doing my master classes now.
Oh.
Master classes in, but all the financial stuff, all the stuff they're telling me to be doing, I've basically taken care of all that now.
Yeah.
Because I needed to.
Well, that's good.
And eBay takes care of so many things that everybody else has to worry about. They take care of the payments. They take care of following up with customers. They take care of setting up regulations. They take care of
collecting overseas overseas taxation and GST and VAT and customs fees and whatever else they need to.
And I found out new stuff today because I didn't read the eBay policies.
Yeah.
But Rob does. That they don't collect the VAT on items over 195 or something going to the UK.
£135 for the full value of the transaction.
Over or under?
VAT is not collected.
Over or under?
Over. So over £135 total complete transaction. They do not collect VAT, and VAT will be charged at the border.
So are there some items that... Oh, so we collect... Okay. So they don't collect VAT at all now? Is that what you're saying?
So they do.
Above that, it's only done at the border. Below that, it's done in our transaction.
Okay.
So, transaction.
Are there some categories that they don't have to pay VAT for?
Well, there's this cake, and if you get the ingredients... Sorry, for those that remember.
Ha 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 ha. Well, I'm just... Because I have had a couple... Maybe it's the genre of the book they've bought. Okay. I've had a couple of books.
There was something weird with it too. That was another thing that was weird.
Oh.
It had all these warnings about... I had toy or doll, and I had all these warnings about it, like this may be this, and this may be contravening that, and this may be this.
Oh, yeah.
Dangerous goods. It didn't matter what different things I put in there.
Sometimes it just doesn't.
Same stuff.
I quite often will find that with a hat, Sandra, going to America.
Oh, okay.
So don't get stressed about that. Now that I'm thinking about it, probably the price of the book plus post would have been over the 135 for the last one, I think. Yep.
Because it really worried me when I saw it, and I thought, oh no, there's something going wrong with this. But
so it's approximately 260 Australian at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
and
anything over that threshold, that includes post. The buyer doesn't pay VAT on the eBay marketplace, it's paid for at the border.
Right.
And if the buyer refuses to pay for the VAT, the item is seen as delivered in eBay's eyes, and buyer protections are no longer valid.
Good. Yeah. So if they, so that was pretty cool.
Very good.
She'll pay it or not, but I'm pretty sure she really wants it.
So what have you had to go into their premises this week, Sandra?
I had to go on Monday, and she wants me to go on Thursday, even though I'll be the only one there. And they're the most uncomfortable seats, and it's just, and her learning style and mine are just completely different, and I wasn't interested. I said, I might stay home and work. Oh no, if you come here, I'll be able to help you with your work.
Yeah, because she's possibly not needed in there if you don't go.
She'll be there anyway, you see. So I might as well take advantage.
Oh, how do you know though? She might not be.
Unless she's going to be, especially for me, and make sure I'm there, please. And she will help me fill in all my paperwork.
Oh, good day.
Hang over my shoulder and give me shit.
Oh, that'll give me the creeps.
Sorry. I sold her the book for $20.
Oh, good.
I thought that was the right...
Yeah. I just thought it wouldn't hurt. I just thought it wouldn't hurt to give her that little bit.
She's annoyed with me because the other person has already submitted all their work and get it going in for approval, and I haven't finish the first little thing. I only buy a few words here and there or something.
Well, then perhaps you better go in Thursday and get her to help you finish them.
Oh, really? So much of it is so totally, yeah. Sorry, folks, you don't need to know about this. I won't talk about this.
No. Well, that's
good.
what
It's
part
really
of it's.
good. It's really good course.
Yeah.
But there is so much in it that doesn't really apply when you've got a business within a platform like eBay.
Yeah.
It certainly helps if I'm still supposed to make my own website, which I'll do a very basic one, but I don't know that I'll ever use it.
Yeah, just use one of the places that does free hosting.
And I'll do the and I might have to get one of those if I do decide to do a couple of markets. I might need to get one of those swipe things or card things that you can get. But that's quite expensive from what I can see.
Well, you don't want to be buying it just to do a couple of markets.
Well, no, there's some monthly thing.
Yeah, they've got there's fees and stuff to them.
Yeah. So it might not be worth it. I'll work out in my business financial plan. I'll work out the pros and cons and work out whether it's worth it.
Can't you put a big sign on your market stall saying cash only?
You can, but you may lose a lot of customers. I need to get that. What is it? That thing that they use, that phone-to-phone thing?
Yeah, Pay ID.
Whatever that is. But I don't do phone banking at the moment. I'd have to sit down with some people at the bank and work it out because I'm really a bit clueless with it.
Yeah. Well, you could just use Pay ID or PayPal, perhaps. I don't know. Pay ID is probably the easiest.
I just realised something. You can't edit the photos in a variation listing, can you?
Yeah.
You can't, take the background out. I've tried before.
Oh, no, probably not to that extent, no, because it's got the old school photo editor in there.
Yeah. So I do that before I go in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which begs the question as to why you're taking that extra step to edit your photos.
The big overall photo, I always put a photo of all the books.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get that to... This one doesn't... This doesn't do all that fancy shit. I can't remember what I used last.
Sorry, that's a pet peeve of mine. So who else?
What?
Oh, I just think it's such a time suck to, and I guess that's one of the key takeaways that I took away from when we're in the the group that shall not be named, was to not waste time editing your photos. Like, have your camera or your phone set up so it takes the photos how they need to be, so that then you can just put them straight into your listing.
Well, I'm gotten so used to being able to take the background out, I didn't worry about making sure it was all within the crop, rotate, remove.
So you're taking the background out of how many of your photos, though? When you do a list, like, are you doing it for all your listings?
No. Yeah, I usually do the first photo to have a white background because I need to get a new blind and put it up because it's gone a bit greyish and there's writing on it and stuff like that where I've mucked it up.
Okay.
But just on the first photo, oh, it's black. I don't want it black. What the hell?
Jen, have you learnt anything new this week?
Sorry.
No, you're right. It's to Jen. Okay. Mel, have you learnt anything new this week?
Have I learnt anything new?
Yeah.
I tried WorthPoint for the first time.
Oh, yes.
Free trial, because paying for it would be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very good. It was a sort of a rarer vintage Hawaiian shirt.
Nice.
And I didn't know how to price it, and I found the exact shirt, and I priced it for what the previous two had sold for, and it sold for $15 less on offer next day. So
excellent.
Fantastic.
That's great.
Look, it's so Worth Point is so expensive. I don't know how much it is a year, but I think it's like a couple $100. But if there is a very specific item that might be very valuable, I think do the free trial and you get 7 free searches or something, and it was very good.
Yeah, very good. That's good to know. Yeah, I think that's sort of one of those things I often thought of it'd be worthwhile doing as a group thing.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to pay for it individually.
Yeah, no.
But if you sell rare items, I think it's very good. But then again, I don't come across. I mean, I mainly sell clothing, so you don't come across that many rare items that might be quite valuable. But for certain categories, it would be useful.
Yeah, and I think even with books, same thing. Like, there's not enough. Well, the type of books that I do, there's probably not enough uber rare stuff that I would, worry about it too much. I mean, my way around it has been, I say to ChatGPT, I say, can you find any recent instances of this particular item being sold? And it will generally give me a link to go to, so that's been helpful a few times. Rob, have you learnt anything new this week?
What was it you'd learnt not to do, Rob?
I'm taking some time off.
Are you?
As it's good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. Very good. How long are you taking off?
Until Thursday.
Okay, very nice. Will you enjoy your downtime?
I shall indeed.
Very good.
How many new shelves did you get?
Too many.
Oh, you did well.
So is that what you're doing, putting up new shelving?
At this moment, yeah.
How's your thumb?
Trying to get everything up and running.
And your fingers? You haven't hit them too many times?
No, they're good.
Oh, good.
They're fine.
Very good. John, what have you learnt new this week?
Other than don't buy Zebra printer.
Why not? I've heard they're really good.
Yeah, we've got one at work and it's no end of trouble.
Oh.
And now it's not printing. It hasn't printed for 4 days. And I couldn't work it out. I waited till 10 people have worked it out. Then I said, I'll have a go. But I can't work it out yet. I say yes, you never know. Apparently we're getting a new one. But no, my new thing's probably towards streaming, not so much eBay.
Yes. And the rabbit...
I did have someone go and... Yeah, the rabbit hole continues.
Yeah.
I did have someone go and click on, 18 lots of Mills and Boon last night. So I gave them offers, but they haven't taken the bait yet.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot.
So that could be my biggest eBay, my biggest Mills and Boon sale if that goes through.
Yeah.
That'll be my biggest.
Okay, well, good luck with that. I hope they do.
Yeah, I might have to go and start listing some more if that goes through.
Well, I'm listing James Patterson because I can, and I went to Terapeak to have a look. And apparently the Alec Cross sells, if you've got Alec Cross books, they sell through at 7.49% or something, but the rest of them sell through at a 4-point-something%.
Right, okay. Good to know.
How's that? I did some research. Are you proud of me?
I am. That's impressive. Very good.
Yeah. I was going to do a separate Alex Cross listing, but when I added it up, I think there were only 5 of his series in the lot of books out of the 29 or whatever they are. And I had to leave some feedback. You know that person that bought 13 of those beers for Sue Grant's book?
Yeah. Well, I don't know them personally, but yes, I know who you mean.
No,
yeah.
But I sold 13 of them in a variation at one go. And I had to send her some feedback because when I went in there to find the book, the only photos of the individual books that showed up straight away was like about the third. I don't know what I did, but it was the third or fourth photo of each book.
Oh, okay.
So I had to go through Yeah, I had to go through page up, like all the photos to, it was a pain in the ass, but anyway, just sort of. So I said, and thank you for your patience, because, if it was me, I would have just gone out of the listing. If you couldn't see the covers without going through the pages first.
I don't think it doesn't seem to worry people too much, though, in the variations for some reason. I mean, because I always put if I've got a new one, like today I had an extra Western one to put in, and I put it in, and then I put it on my pile to be photoed, as we say these days. And so the photos don't get put in till the next day, but I've had people buy the books before the photos gone in, so a couple of times. So I don't think it worries people too much.
I still think she was very patient to have bothered with that, but happy.
So my new thing... Go on.
No, it's all right.
My new thing I learnt this week... Well, I've learnt lots of new things this week, actually, but my biggest takeaway that I would say to people this week is, and it's not eBay specific, but if you have subscriptions for things, check on them before your subscriptions renew, because good old StreamYard that I use for so much of my video and live streaming and all that stuff have basically a new company's bought them out, and they have got a lot of new features, which is wonderful, except that now they've over doubled the price. Well, not over doubled, almost doubled. So they're going to lose a lot
of customers then?
Yes.
Or are they going to get people that'll just keep paying without realising?
There will be people that keep paying because people don't realise, because they aren't sending out notification. Like, you're not getting notification.
But they should have.
Well, yes, they should have, but they didn't. And the only reason we found out was because from Shane from Soda City Flips mentioned it on his live stream, and so essentially for Australians, if you were using the level that I was and Octo was going to cost $88 a month.
No way.
Yep. And I just thought I'd put it out there, not that everyone's using StreamYard, but it doesn't hurt to check on your other things, because if StreamYard are doing it, who else is doing it? And you don't realise, because so many of my things that I pay by the month, I don't look at them at the specific amounts all the time.
Well, I found out that cancelling your card doesn't cancel memberships, they just keep.
Yeah.
So I have to cancel my whole bank account to cancel all my memberships.
I thought, can't you sign a form at the bank?
Oh, no. She said, you got to just change your card, order a new card. And I did, and all the money just keeps coming out anyway, so...
Yeah, because I was... suppose different banks, different things, but I was also under the impression, because there is a form that you can sign to say that you no longer wish certain things to come out automatically.
Yeah, so... Yeah, anyway, it's just one of those things.
If it comes out of Visa, if it comes out of your Visa, yes, but if it's just a debit, then it probably doesn't. It probably will continue on.
Yeah, but there's a form you can sign to say to stop that direct debit from happening.
Yeah.
Because I've done it before.
They said they can't do that, so I'll just go and redo it all again. And I might actually open up a business account and find out what perks you might get in that. Yeah,
well, just make sure you're getting perks and not getting
300
fees.
Some business
What was that, sorry?
Just make sure you're getting perks and not getting charged fees.
But any fees would be tax deductible, wouldn't they?
Well, yeah, they would, but then if you're paying fees each month, just keep an eye on it, that was all. Bronwyn, what have you learnt new this month?
What have I learned?
Yes.
Lots of things. I don't know.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Nothing exciting that I can pass on that I've learned. What have we learnt this week? You learnt anything?
Can't slam revolving doors.
Okay. That's Tony's contribution. You can't slam revolving doors. So, there we have it.
Oh, was he wanting to slam a revolving door, was he?
Oh, well, look, we're about an hour out of Sydney at the moment, so it's...
Right, okay.
We're both a bit over it. So.
Yeah, okay.
Just want to get there.
Yeah.
And,
did you go and buy some books?
We're on our way to buy some.
When's the
book fair tomorrow.
Right.
At 8 o'clock.
Very good.
So,
I've got 2 on this weekend if I want to go, but,
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's
One is just a rotary shop that's going to have everything half price and get everything out the door.
Oh, yeah, I saw that ad.
But how's your dining table, Sandra?
Well, it's empty at the moment.
Oh.
But I did go.
Yeah, she had her parents come today, so she did.
No, they didn't end up coming, but I will show you something that because Mum likes going to the op shop. My favourite op shop is being moved because apparently they can't handle the volume of donations, and they're moving them to Jetty Road, which is vile. You'll never get a park anywhere near them. And one of the conveniences about this one is it's got a laneway down the back, and people can drop off large volumes of stuff. I felt like saying, well, if you're having any problems handling the amount of books that you have, I will be happy to take them off your hands. Let me just show you what I did get.
Well, why didn't you, Sandra?
Because Mum's appointment was in 15 minutes.
Well, while she's gone to get something to show us, Kerry, how are you? And have you learnt anything new this week that you would like to tell us about?
Have you ever heard of the
No?
The Scholastic Phonics reading program?
Yeah, that's an older one, isn't it?
I think I've heard of that even.
I think so. I'll show you on here. So I got this one, the Magic School Bus.
Yep.
Oh, that is an old one. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's 12 phonics readers inside. That was $3 each, and I got a Scooby-Doo one.
Ah, okay.
Which I thought, well, with homeschooling and stuff, and I haven't price comped them. And I got this for Rob. I'm sure Rob would like this one.
South Australian Charity Edition.
Yeah, so the questions are all South Australian.
Okay.
I think it's 2005. Still brand new and still.
Yeah.
$6. And I thought that was worth it. So there's some questions for you. What desert occupies the northwest corner of South Australia? Which founding father overlooks Adelaide from Montefiore Hill? Yeah. Who captained the fleet of 8 ships that arrived in South Australia in 1836? Fuck knows. Sorry, excuse me. Which town was used as the setting for the movie Breaker Morant? Was that Burra?
No,
Can't remember.
Burra. No, it was probably up that way.
What year did Leighton Hewitt win the US Open?
A long time ago.
Who cares?
And what is the Farmers Union iced coffee advertising slogan?
No idea.
Anyway, so I thought $6, that might sell for more than that.
Yes, I do.
New and sealed. That's that same little op shop where I got that the Galactic whatever it was, the Virgin.
Oh yes,
that sold
yes.
so well.
Okay.
Yeah. So
very good.
that's why I was. I like going there. I don't go there often. Maybe 2 or 3 times a year. Oh, and I bought myself a jacket. A Yarra Trail.
Oh, no mic, says Kerry. That's okay.
Yeah.
Adam, what have you learnt new this week?
I shouldn't be looking at auction sites.
Well,
That's something new. That's something good to learn.
I do believe that.
Haven't learned that.
I learned how to. There you go. I learned how to make book boxes.
I do believe I heard you say several times last week you had learnt your lesson and that you weren't going to go and buy stuff at auction until you'd gotten rid of a lot more stuff.
Yeah, but here's what I thought. I thought that the boxes were bigger.
No.
And I thought that it wouldn't fit in my car.
The boxes have got nothing to do with it. You said you'd learnt your lesson and you were not going to do it until you got rid of a lot more stuff that you already had.
Yep.
That's all right. He's good.
Sandra, stop encouraging him.
I want to buy a chicken measuring spoon, but I don't think he's listed them yet.
An eggy?
An eggy?
Yeah.
Egg used for cooking.
Why haven't you listed them yet, Adam?
I may have listed them already.
Okay.
Eggy measuring spoon.
Are you going to put them all in those little boxes?
Oh, what was that, sorry?
Are they all going to fit in your little boxes?
Yeah, maybe.
Haven't you tried them?
Knots book fits in them.
Oh, good.
What fits in them?
The Knots book.
Oh, well, there you go. That's good. Oh, look at that. Maybe he has. Look at that. Eggy measuring spoon. Perfect for baking, cooking and kitchen decor. Find many great new and used options and get the best deals for Eggy measuring spoon. Perfect for baking, cooking and kitchen decor at the best online prices at eBay.
Yeah, eBay.
Very good.
And how much are they?
I've got them 10 plus 10 post, which is expensive. But I can always put it down. And I've got offers on, so if you want them, just send me an offer.
I think that would be a $5 offer, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's fine.
No, because that's what you send everybody else.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I've been sending Adam regularly.
Yeah.
Because I thought it might get his things moving.
No, he needs to list more. He needs to stop buying stuff and needs to list more, and then he'll sell more.
He already is selling a lot more than he was.
I can tell by his
Aren't you,
voice, though, he's not selling enough, are you, Adam?
I'm not selling enough.
Mm-hmm.
Not listing enough either. So.
You did 10 today.
Yeah, I do 10 every day. I just got to put more up, I reckon.
Yeah, but how many days in a row have you been doing 10?
Since the first.
Forever.
Which was today.
Yes, exactly. God.
You were doing 10 a day ages ago, though.
Yeah, but he hasn't kept it up, though.
No.
Well, he was for ages. He did really well.
Sandra, stop sticking up for him.
I think he's doing well. He's doing really
I
well.
was doing 10 days for a month, and then I kind of just...
Fell off the wagon. Yes. Any last things from anyone else before we end our official workshop? Reseller workshop, we're calling this now.
Are we? Good job.
We're not calling it a book club. It'll either be the book selling workshop or the reselling workshop. Because it gets too hard because I'm so used to saying book club, and then I go to say book club and we're doing a talk about shirts or pants or jeans. It doesn't work.
Stop pretending.
Leanne, I was just going to ask, I was watching a couple of UK resellers, I can't think of his name, Andrew at the Hills.
Yes.
And they're talking about something that's going on in the UK with resellers now selling in the EU.
Yes.
Did you watch that?
No.
I
don't watch a lot of that because it's not relevant. Like, you know, I mean, there's so much stuff that I try and keep up with, but as much as I do send books to the UK, I send a lot more over to the US. And I'd be more worried about one of them getting worse at the moment.
So it's not actually a book-related thing. It's if you are selling something to the EU, and I don't know if it's just UK people or not, it needs to have some sort of compliance testing done on it. Nick was sort of talking about it. I was just wondering if Rob or someone had...
not with everything, though, is it? It's only certain...
Is that to do with the packaging or something else?
The item.
How does the item have, like, what sort of...
I think it's a compliance thing with it. That's my understanding.
Yeah. I mean,
it wouldn't be with us booksellers.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it's only for certain categories. I have read some stuff about it.
It's like an acronym, like GSR, something like that they call it. I can't think of what it is offhand.
It's got 4 letters or something, yeah.
Something like that. It was one of their latest ones. They had a big discussion on it. And people were stopping selling internationally because of how tricky it was going to come, and yeah.
And there was something to do with another one was you couldn't have any plastic in your packaging, things like that.
So what?
When it goes.
So what it is?
Places like that.
So the majority of it is. No, maybe that's not it. So for anything going to the Netherlands, for example, you have to have a certificate.
Yes,
for toys and electrical appliances, indicating that the product meets certain statutory requirements, and I'm presuming that is a similar sort of thing. Here we go. Compliance for Europe. So basically electronics, and I do believe, I may be wrong,
yeah, I think,
but I do believe there is also certain requirements for anything that's got batteries in it, but I could be wrong about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically electronic items.
Yeah. So I should be right because I don't sell much of that sort of stuff.
Did you say battery as well, Leanne?
I kind of have a feeling that I have seen something somewhere about certain things that I know we have to hear now, but I've got a feeling there was something that came up a while ago about to do with that compliance stuff. That some items with batteries, but again, it may just be because they fell under the electronics category. I'm not sure.
Yep.
But I guess if we've got to have a certain thing on ours because we've got a button battery in them, then it doesn't hurt for it to be the same over there. It's going to be the same sooner or later, is it?
Can we sell anything with batteries in?
Yeah, we can. I mean, It's only basically the button batteries. You've got to put the warnings on.
Okay.
I mean, look, if I've got stuff that I have sold in the past that had batteries, I take the batteries out. Like if I'm selling a remote control or a toy, I test it, put the batteries in to test it, film it, take the batteries out.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons I do that, especially with toys, is, especially if I pick them up and they're working, you also don't know how long those batteries have been in, how much juice they've got left in them. And I don't want someone coming back into 20 days after the kid's giving it a thrash and saying the batteries have run out.
Also, while you're waiting for them to sell, you don't want them to start corroding and stuff like that.
Yeah, true.
Which is a pain to clean, and no, you don't have to throw it out. You can clean it.
You certainly can. Vinegar, and if necessary.
I can't believe how many people just throw stuff out when they it's easy as anything.
Yeah, it is.
I reckon.
Not difficult at all.
As long as it doesn't get onto electronic boards.
Yeah.
Then that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most times it doesn't with a lot of stuff.
In fact, they come up really. I've had really rusty ones, and they've come up really good.
Yeah.
Can I ask everybody, what do you list your James Patterson trade size books at? I know Jen doesn't. She sells them on Marketplace, but
I'm not sure.
$8.95.
That I've got
the price. Oh, okay.
I'm not sure that I've got any listed. That size, maybe.
Well, I decided I've got such a big stack of them, I would list them.
I mean, it's not that I'm not going to, but I was going to do work up a different.
They sell for $5, basically $5 to $8 each. I've got to work out a different.
$5 for $8 each.
I think I'm going to do it. Yeah, no, they sell for between $5 and $8 each.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I thought I would do a $15 postage.
Or you don't do the 2 for 1, you just do a percentage off if you buy more.
Yeah, well, my thought was I would, because I've got a lot of trade paperbacks, and again, it's still relevant for hardcovers if I wanted to do variation listings with hardcovers. Because a lot of those are so thick that as soon as you get 2, you sell 2, they're going to have to go into a larger mailer. So I'm still working on that because I'm going to move into some generic bubble mailers.
I've got to go, guys. So have a great night, everyone.
Thanks for coming.
Catch you all soon.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.
Yeah, it depends on the title because it's depending on the title. I've got them listed from.
No, I'm just going with $9.85, and it's probably going to be too much, but I don't care. I've got a
couple of his newer ones that were comping quite well, and I've priced them under market price at $11.88. But then the others I've got at $9.88 and $8.88.
I'm just going to go $9.85. That'll do. If someone wants them, they'll buy them. If they don't want them, they won't buy them, and I'll make adjustments.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these are really new, but they look new anyway. But they're not new, are they? Because I've had them.
Yeah, no, they're not going to be new, but it's not so much their recent, I should say, is probably the terminology I should have been looking for.
Yeah. No, it doesn't matter. Like, I'll just put them in, and if someone wants them, they can have them. And I'll leave them at the lower postage, and hopefully someone buys them.
I would suggest if you've got Babysitters Club, though, Babysitters Club is one that you definitely should comp individually.
Oh, is it? Okay. Now I've got to work out what other authors I have to put in this, or don't you bother? I don't think I'll bother. I'll just put James Patterson.
I've been putting them in, but yeah, that's me. Not everyone has to do it.
I would normally, but I'm really tired, and I don't think I'll bother. I think I'll just list it. But everything there done now.
So I'm going to say, Babysitters Club.
29 books.
And
done.
What was the other one? And Little Golden Books are possibly worth pricing individually rather than putting them all just at a one-off price. Just my advice. May have sold a Babysitter's Club book, one of them for $38.
What? Wow.
$38.88 plus post.
I thought they had to have special numbers in the margins and stuff like that. There you go. I've got another variation listing up now, John.
Were you getting worried that I was getting
Oh.
close? Is that the problem?
No.
I'm sure
I didn't put the bloody barcodes in. Oh, damn.
That's easy. Just scan them in.
I know. I said I didn't put them in as I went. I usually do. Oh, well, never mind.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody.
No, thank you. It's good.
Oh, can I just quickly ask, has anyone had trouble with Aussie Post today? I was trying to import some sales tonight in, and it puts up that funny little thing like that says, "Oh, you don't have nothing to import," and of course I do. But I tried it probably about 5 times, and then just had to manually enter the whole thing.
Ah, that's a bugger. No, I did. I mean, I did mine this morning about 10-ish. I'm going to say 10, 11.
Okay.
And that was fine. But yeah,
I cleared the browsing thing, and anyway, that's all right.
yeah, can't help you, I'm afraid.
It is sharp.
Well, Scooby Doo has sold for $29.24. We'll find out about this magic school bus next. That's really cool.
That's good. All right, that's it for me. It is.
$47.
Is that plus post or including post?
That was $82 postage, wherever that was.
Okay.
And there's $10 plus $30 postage and $12 plus $30 postage. So, but that's all right. That's good.
Very good.
I'm
All
glad
right.
I got those.
I'm going.
You're going? You're going to go and
I'm finished.
do what you don't often do and relax. And
Oh, yeah. You're funny.
I'm sure it is.
Or are you going to go work on your videos?
A little bit, and because there won't be, at the rate I'm going, unless...
I have not had one submission for my video, just quietly.
Oh, I haven't done it yet.
Rob, I was expecting you to come up with something, because you seem to be art in that area. Not listening, hopefully. I was going to do a video on the Eggy thing. Like, I was thinking like the Chuggington theme song. Like Eggy, the egg scooping spoon. I don't fucking know. Jeez. That's why I don't write songs. I did come up with a couple in ChatGPT along the lines of Tupac.